And they're doing everything right, on point.
Yo, so
they are part of the production of Beyonce's album, right?
They worked on some of the stuff for that album,
Okay.
and directly the artists that were involved,
Okay.
Wizkid, Burna Boy.
Yeah.
But I think they did some work on that album, in the production-wise.
Man, Timothy Cole knows these things more. He knows these things that I do know these things. But of course, I've seen you guys do something on radio which I like. You give us the entire news that's happening across the world.
Yes.
And of course, you bring it a bit local.
Yes.
However, some English radio stations like yourself, your own radio station you work for, they tend to give us what's happening on the rest of the world, and they forget what is happening locally.
No, it's very important to have you have to address your Otake crowd. You know it.
Exactly.
You have to, man. You have to.
Timothy is here to tell us about the Hip Hop Awards that are happening this very, very month. And of course, the 6th edition, which I cannot say I would want to miss. Trust me, I wouldn't want to miss this one. But hearing from you, Timothy, during this entertainment ceremony that has happened for over 6 years, I want to know the difference about this year. What is going to be the niche, the selling niche of 2022's Hip Hop Awards? What would make me want to come this year?
The MTN Pulse Cypher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you remember, I think you actually had this conversation, and I think on your social media you were posting how certain award shows don't put money into the awards, and they don't appreciate artists beyond just the accolade.
I said that it would be very bad for someone to organize awards and just give an artist an accolade.
That's your trophy goal.
Yeah, exactly. Someone needs to have reason to sit in your award ceremony for 3 hours, give their time, and cut off the other concerts they're supposed to be at. Natula Mushoyo the entire evening. At least they walk out with some money on them. That is, I saw that with the CRBT Awards. Awards.
Yes. You see, now that's MTN. We put money where our mouth is. Straight.
So now this year, what's the uniqueness? What's the difference between the rest of the years?
So we're putting a cash prize on the MTN Pulse Cypher. We're putting up 4.5 million Uganda shillings.
Okay.
Up for grabs, and this is what makes it even better. We're not focusing on the veterans or the accomplished artists. Anyone can win this money.
Any person.
Anyone can win this money.
Not.
Artist or not, upcoming or established, you can win the money.
Awaba kutuse. Cypher jiwulidde lingrapa.
Njiwulidde Cypher.
Bwe kabaka freestyle wuna ajikugamba.
We'll download the beat here and he gives us a freestyle.
4.5 million shillings.
Yes, sir. So this is how we're going to do it. The MTN Pulse Cypher is an annual challenge that we include as part of the UG Hip Hop Awards. And it's proudly sponsored by MTN. The awards also sponsored by MTN. So the Cypher Challenge has actually already begun, where you have to record yourself freestyling to a beat. We have a beat that is available on the Pulse microsite. That's pulse.mtn.co.ug/cypher. Let me say it again. pulse.mtn.co.ug/cypher. You go there, you download the beat. Then you record, like the way your friends record videos, TikTok, whatever. You record 30 seconds up to a minute of you freestyling. The only catch there is that you have to mention MTN Pulse, and you have to mention Dope Deals, Dope Life. That's it. In your freestyle, in your lyrics.
That is how MTN is involved in the whole thing.
Exactly. Now there, we're going to get as many submissions as possible. But we're going to cut all those submissions down to top 20. Now top 20, we're doing it even better. We take you to studio. It's one thing when guy freestyles on his phone. You say, guy Wakabi. He knows. But when you now take the guy to the studio, you really get to see what type of artist this person is, you know? And the beauty about MTN Pulse is that we've also been doing mentorships for artists. So last year we did in the pandemic, we did the MTN Pulse Rap Battle showcase, where we were picking the top 2. So the winner of that received a cash prize, Trap Kid, and also the homie received a cash prize. But then even making it better, we gave them a 1-year mentorship with Icon Studios. 1 month mentorship with Icon Studios for them to learn the business of the music. It's you can take an artist and, he's so talented, very, very talented, but doesn't know how to make money off of his music. So that's what we did. We took them and then we explained to them the music business, how get on shows, how you get your music out there on the digital platforms, how you can then monetize your music. That's all MTN Pulse. So now this year we're trying to do the same thing. We put artists in studio. where they're also going to do a couple of freestyles and more songs, and then we start cutting down the number like a tournament. You know, the same way you follow a Champions League. So we also cut them down bit by bit, until we get to the grand finale, which is the top 5.
Okay.
The top 5, general public will vote.
Okay.
And the winner, now, this is where the beauty comes in. Now, the winner of the MTN Pulse Cypher 2022 walks away with a cool 2 million Uganda shillings.
That's good money. That's
Cool.
good money. That's good money.
First runner-up walks away with 1.5 million Uganda shillings.
That's
Cool.
good money. That's good.
Second runner-up, 1 million shillings.
That's good
But
money.
on top of that, we don't want to just give you the money. Also, you will be part of the ecosystem of the Hip Hop Awards. So we want to extend some mentorship. Maybe send you to a studio.
nice.
Maybe, help you with your first song or something.
That's
But
cool.
for what we're doing for the Hip Hop Awards and for MTN Pulse Cypher, those things are very key to make sure that, one, we appreciate your talent, we appreciate you being part of this challenge. So there will be a cash prize, but also for you to now go forth in your talent and become something bigger.
Awesome. It's not just the artists, but as you, the listeners as well, you, the viewers as well, are taking part in this cipher. And there comes with MTN, brings you the award with money. That's the only beauty about MTN Awards. Every time they partner with hip hop, CRBT, an award comes with money. You get some money to get to do these things. Now I want to know where are they taking place?
So the Hip Hop Awards, yes. Hip Hop Awards are...
day, time, tax.
Oh, yes. So, Hip Hop Awards are happening on the 28th of May. That will be a Saturday. That
Okay.
is the last Saturday of May,
Okay.
right? The last Saturday of May. They're happening at the MTN warehouse.
Okay.
So, if you want to be a part of the awards, you just want to come and attend, maybe as a reveler, as a fan of the music, you can pay 20,000 shillings.
Okay.
However, because we're MTN, we like to also give a couple of discounts.
Exactly.
So, if you pay with your MTN Momo account, mobile money,
Yeah.
you get it at 15K. That's a whole 5K off.
MTN raising hip hop to the world as we try to figure and make our music business better. Getting back to what we were talking about before we had to get into all this, Rako.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the whole thing of Kenya. Is distribution when it comes to the how do they call it?
Copyright
Copyright
thing
thing that is happening in Kenya. 52% is what they're giving an artist, and like I said, 35 is what the telecom company is taking. And you said offset. You don't find it fair.
I actually don't. I think it should be more to the artist.
To the artist.
52%, fine. That sounds like a good percentage. It's
Okay.
half of the money.
Exactly.
But let's do the math. Let's say you were making 10K for every song.
Exactly.
Remove 35K. That's 3,500.
That's 3,500.
Then remove an extra, let's say 500K.
Okay.
Sorry, 500 shillings from that. So the artist, let's say 1,500. So the artist is walking away with 5,200 shillings. Only.
Out of the 10,000.
Out of the 10,000 he could have walked away with,
walked
he's
away
only walking away with 5,200 shillings.
How fair do you think it should be in Uganda? We should make it 70% an artist.
70% artist, 30...
Telecom 20.
20, 25 telecom.
Then service provider
10 service provider. No,
Remember,
it sounds...
Listen.
Listen.
Copyright oli muto, chimanyi oli muto. Naye kyatugezaho kunyumyako wano izigwe kufuna mu luyimba lwo. Olufunyamu otya. Timothy Kowa agamba nti oba oluyimba lukoze omutwalo gwe mumuyimbi atwale singi kasanvu. Service provider atuta oluyimba mu MTN olufuula kola tuyina atwale singi 10. MTN etwale 2,000. Right?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. However, yo munakenya yagambya omuyimbi atwale 15,000 mu 2. Service provider atwale 3,000 mu 5. One yatutte, sorry, telecom kama atwale 3,000 mu 5. Telecom oli service provider atwale siringi 8 mu 5. Yewe gamba. Kenya, that's what was signed. So which I agree with you.
On
being less fair with the artist.
On a principle, when you go to studio, Ring Rapper, when you go to studio, do you tell the producer I want to pay half price?
No.
You don't. You pay full
I got
price.
sentences now, of
When you
course.
go to a show, and let's say you don't have management. If you go to a show, you get full pay. If you have management gets a percentage. You know, and maybe anyone else under the shadows that gets a cut.
That get a
you
cut
know.
on the money.
But when you're on that stage, let's say now you've made this song, you've paid this amount of money. When you're on that stage and performing, do you give a half performance?
No.
You don't.
You give it
you give
full.
a
You give a full
performance.
I think we need to be more informed as artists to get to understand these things, and now we're going to make money off this. TMP Sides this Sunday, Namugongo. Next Saturday, TMP, we're coming down to your club. So get yourselves ready. To Salaka with Sunday. Every Friday, we're celebrating night. So make sure it will be Sunday, Jakuba Idi. I think it will be the next day to eat. But we're coming on Saturday at TMP Bar down in Sunday. Nina Timothy Cole, all the way from Sanyu FM, is a very good man who understands these things. Here on behalf of MTN to talk about the MTN Hip Hop Awards that are happening on the 28th of May. Which venue are we going to be at?
MTN Warehouse.
MTN Warehouse.
Yes.
Where it happens. I love the cypher because it brings a lot of friends. And the funny thing about it that beats my head is you see lots of talent when it comes to cypher showcasing.
That's the
But
beauty.
later, you don't see them become superstars.
And that's the
and yet they have the niche, they have the talent.
That's the end point. You see, people think that the cipher is just supposed to end there. You know
exactly.
I'll give you an example. Remember the VUCA cipher?
Yes.
2017.
Yes.
We'll have the likes of Keiko, Big Trill,
Yes.
Saint Nelly Said, Peter Miles, The Myth, myself, Rionga.
Yes.
You have a cipher that has an ensemble of artists that
Exactly.
can, go out and make amazing music.
And be superstars.
But then even after that, you can see that in the different walks of life that we've had, the people that are being successful in their different pursuits. So the thing about a cipher is, one, it encourages artists to come together, which is a virtue of unity.
Okay.
You love people to come together, work together. It gives that vibe of collaboration. But then when that's done, you should be able to use that cipher as a launch pad to now take you
to the next level.
To the next level.
Okay.
Out of even just for bragging rights. Just to say, man, I was on a cipher with this guy. I was on a cipher with this guy. Just for those bragging rights, which is also part of what the Hip Hop Awards is about, you can do that. But I think it's always important for someone to, maximize the platform that they're on in the time they're on. You know what? You know the saying.
Yes.
Hit the nail on the head when it's hot.
When it's hot.
When it's hot. When it's cold, no one's paying attention.
No one is paying attention.
Exactly.
Hip hop is growing in this country. We are 51 minutes past 2 p.m. I'm still with Timothy Cole and my very good friend Ring Rapper, who is right about now an international superstar. He's going to be doing a video with the Sean Paul.
That's a collaboration I want to see, man. I want to see how far you can take it.
We played a teaser. They dropped the teaser that is announcing the song dropping on the YouTube channel of Sean Paul.
Okay.
I love the fact that Sean Paul had to fund everything. He's even funding a ticket for him to fly to South Africa and Jamaica to shoot the video, which sounds good, which looks good. Not the case when Drake did a song with Wizkid and Wizkid was
really
looking
tough.
around for Drake, Whap.
Yeah.
And I told you there's more politics in the music industry when you say Drake was busy. He wasn't busy.
It's funny. The music industry weirdly has more politics
than the parliament,
than
the former political atmosphere. The music industry has more politics. You would think Drake was busy to shoot a video with Wizkid, but trust me, it was intentional.
Let me see how he takes it. And the thing about it is that now that type of collaboration, next year Hip Hop Awards, that could win collaboration of the year.
Exactly.
There are 22
and the
categories.
beauty about it is they already sent him money to the production of the audio.
Boom.
He sent him the voices and they're mixing them up, remove the final copy, release the final copy, and he's talking about shooting a video with him, which he's willing to facilitate even his air ticket. I think he's in.
Well done.
He's
well
all in.
done.
Anyways, we get back to you 52 minutes past 2 p.m. We are Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Tanzanian music. Juliana pulled out of the Jazz Safari experience, which already Shaka had announced in Governor. What would be the problem? In your own perspective, after they announced in Governor that this year's Jazz Safari will feature Juliana Kanyomozi.
Most cases.
Then a few days after, she tweets and says, my management has failed to agree with these people and I'm not part of it.
It's simple. When an artist comes onto a show, they have preferences.
Exactly.
Some people actually, you have a rider, a technical rider, maybe you have a couple of things that you expect from your promoter or organizer.
Exactly.
Maybe, I can't speak because I wasn't in that negotiation, so I can't speak on it directly, but, maybe there's a disorganization or a miscommunication, that's the word. A miscommunication between the organizer and the artist and management.
And that is where it gets a problem. So by the time you announced as Shaka, the appropriator of Jazz Safari, you must have had a contract with the artist.
Should have been locked in.
Should be locked in.
It's the same.
Then we should stop doing things on a level of... I know you, you know me, so things
No. Everything has to be formal.
Exactly.
I also come from a legal background,
Okay.
I studied law for 4 years, so I know when you're doing any negotiation, a transaction, especially if it's a good amount of money, put pen to paper before you do anything.
Exactly.
Because you find scenarios. Let's say your event doesn't happen, but you signed for an event events company to give you sound and lighting and everything. They have done their part. They have provided the service, regardless of whether the event happens or not. The same thing is for you to make sure that when someone puts I'm also committing on my other side.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say, okay, yes, pay me 5 million to perform at your show. I've signed this contract, pay me a deposit. So you pay me a deposit of, let's say, 2 million. And then I don't show up. Haven't I breached the contract?
You breached the contract.
Exactly.
That means it was just Safari. Shaka's supposed to make sure they have a contract with Joanna before you have to come out and announce. That's not a Joanna problem. Anyways, that is Timothy Koi's statement, not NBS's. Those are words of Timothy Koi. 54 minutes past 2 p.m. We got up to 4 p.m. playing non-stop beautiful music requested by you. I'll keep getting your reactions. You can hit our Twitter platform at NBS TV, at TAFB. If you share your mind, tell us what you think about this whole copyright thing. Timothy thinks the Kenyan way of breaking down the money wasn't that much fair. An artist puts in way a lot, and I think he's right about that.
It's good, but it can be better.
It can be better. So for Uganda, we could be next. The 35 billion allocate the music industry, and the 35 billion Uganda wants to allocate the music industry is aimed at creating studios around the country that can meet the standards of production, like those outside.
Let me ask you.
Give me your mind about it.
If they gave you that 35 billion, you as TAFB, how would you invest it? How do you split it in the industry?
Me, I'm thinking, first and foremost, what I agree with is we need better production studios.
That's
but
true.
Before we think about the studios, let's think about educating the people doing the production. I'd rather invest that money by picking people like Nissim Pan Production, picking a bit of which other producer? Nissim, Atin. Take them into a professional institution, say in the United States, let's say Universal Records. Give them an experience of like 6 months training, professional sound production. Before you think of investing in the studios, invest in the folks who are supposed to do the production.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking. That's where I put my money first. That's what I would do. Then by the time I have to do the studios, I'll know I have the expertise that are going to run these studios I want to put here.
Quality production means quality content, means quality product, means money.
We'll return in a bit. Keep it locked at NBSE. Let's go. We'll return.
To you by Need to send money to a loved one but you don't have enough on your phone? Get away with MTN Momo Advance. Dial *165*5*3# to apply. MTN Momo Advance is always available when you need it.
Football is always for the fan. The fan who proudly waves his club's colors.